We now go to part 2 of my epic FAQs with the Pocophone F1. Let's have a look. Camera. First question that I'm going to address here. How's the camera so far? Like, just overall experience? Well, I'm going to say, guys, for me, it's been a pretty solid experience. And I'm going to just kind of level with you guys here. It's been a very rainy couple of days in Hong Kong. We've had some major flooding. We've got some major, what's called red rainstorm here in Hong Kong the past couple of days. So I've been trying to take photos with this phone here. As best I could, considering the circumstances. But have a look here at some of the shots I've taken. You can see there, look at that. It's pretty detailed. And I'm going to be doing, these are some of the shots that will be included in my Mi A2 versus Poco F1 camera comparison. But you see them just kind of right off the bat here. Some of them are a little better than others. This one kind of was a little bit dark here. I don't know what happened. It was probably just the lighting. But in some of these shots, you can see it's doing pretty well, I'd say. This one is actually one of my favorites. Whoops, that was kind of cool. I didn't know that you could rotate that way. That's cool. You see it there, the kind of overall quality seems pretty good. But I think the major question you guys are probably wondering is how is the camera in low light? And that's something that I'm going to have to kind of address a bit more so in that test. So stay tuned for that camera comparison video coming up probably this weekend when I get some more nighttime shots compared to the Mi A2, which I think is a pretty valuable comparison because that's another phone that y'all are probably considering, especially because the camera on that one was so highly touted for the price. Now, the next question is, what's the main sensor on this phone? And so the main sensor on the Poco F1 is the Sony IMX363. And that is the same sensor as the Mi 8. Now, I've kind of read some of these other reviews so far, and the one major difference between the Mi 8 and the Pocophone here is that there is no optical image stabilization in Pocophone. So I think that's where the kind of low light shots may suffer a little bit with this phone. But I think overall, it's still a really solid sensor. And so if you're looking at daytime shots, if you're thinking of how this is going to perform, go look at the shots that the Mi 8 has took. Go look at your Mi 8 kind of, camera shots there. And you can even check out my older videos when I did some camera shots with the Mi 8. That'll give you a rough idea of what quality you can expect on this phone. And the Mi 8, just for FYI, that phone had a 99% DxO mark score in overall. So I think this phone probably won't reach those levels, but at least for daylight shots, you'll be getting a very similar experience overall. And then the last question is, how is the selfie cam, how is it working overall? I think the selfie cam, you see it there. I'm not going to obviously take any shots right now, but the selfie cam, and I guess the main question related to that, I'll be addressing in my quick question round. But you see here, there's a camera on the front there, and then there is another sensor, but that is the infrared sensor right there. But I'll be showing kind of in a second and answering with a specific question about the selfie camera in a minute. But that's it for the camera FAQ right here. And now, if you guys haven't ever experienced this one before, you're going to now. It's the quick question round. This is Frankie Tech's quick question round, where I'm just going to go through a handful of questions and do it in rapid format here. And so let's get started with the first question. IR blaster? And nope, sorry guys. And I don't know what was up with GSM Arena. They had said that there was an IR blaster, but for what I can see, there is no IR blaster on this phone. I wish there was, but sorry guys, there's not. IP rating and water resistance. And nope, there's no IP rating. And you know what? This is kind of the story of Poco. When they decided to get to that price point, they had to cut corners every way possible. And that was one of those things that was sacrificed, the IP rating and water resistance. There's just none to speak of on this phone. So don't be getting this wet and don't be going out in red rainstorms if you guys get this here in Hong Kong or anywhere where you are for that matter. FM radio. Yes. Yes, there is an FM radio. You can see it right here, FM radio. And I'm not going to play anything right now because there's probably not much playing. But you see it there. That's the interface. And obviously, I haven't used a radio in a while, so I don't know what the heck I'm doing. But you can see it there, guys. Quick Charge 3.0? Yes. There is Quick Charge 3.0, and it's actually included in the box. The charger is a 3.0 charger for USB-C right there. UFS storage. Yes. UFS 2.1, and it is so fast, guys. Like the storage, you can tell they have not skimped on the storage for this phone, and it just shows overall. And just so you guys know, the Mi Max 3, for example, is using the older eMMC storage, and so if you compare it, comparing those two phones, this is going to be the faster overall experience storage wise, just using your storage in the phone. Now the one phone that does have a UFS 2.1 is this phone right here, and that is the Honor Note 10 right here. So that one is running UFS 2.1, and so that's just something to keep in mind right there. 4K 60 frames per second. And nope, sorry guys, no 4K 60 frames per second here. And actually what's the biggest, most surprising right now is that there's no 1080p 60 frames per second. Now that is just totally unacceptable. And so Poco team, if you guys are watching this, you guys need to get this phone using, running, at least having that option of 1080p 60 frames per second. Now, hopefully will be a software update coming soon. And this is in the stock camera app right here. I'm sure if you use Open Camera, you can probably have that enabled, but we'll wait for the kind of stock camera app to get the that 1080p 60 frames per second. Because right now, though, it's only 1080p 30 frames per second, and that is stabilized video, and it looks pretty good from what I've seen so far. But like I said, stay tuned for the camera review. That'll be coming up soon. Last question, MIUI 10 Android Pie update? Ding, ding, ding. Yes, it'll be getting both MIUI 10 and from what I read, that yes, this phone will be updated to Android Pie, so Android 9.0 within the next 4 months. Now, I'm crossing my fingers. Xiaomi and Poco team, you guys better deliver, because honestly, I think for this kind of market and for this kind of phone, that is important. And so we don't want to see the Pocophone getting like lagged behind for too long. Hopefully by the end of the year, we will see, before the end of the year, we will see that Android Pie 9.0 update. I'm looking forward to that. And that's the end of the quick question round. Thanks for watching. And so here we go to wrap up this video, this epically long FAQ video. I'm going to address the final question here, which is, show me gaming. Show me your initial gaming. All right, here we go, guys. This is my quick gaming, just quick gaming here on the Poco F1, just to test the liquid cooling. And I'm only going to be playing 2 titles right now, and that's Tekken Mobile right here and PUBG Mobile with extreme settings enabled. So let's go right into it. First, Tekken Mobile, and I have the game pretty much set up and ready to go. So let's get this started right here. Here we go. And I love this game. It is so much fun. If you guys haven't seen my Honor battle, my Honor Play versus Honor Note 10 and Nova 3 battle there with gaming, I had a lot of fun playing this one. And if you haven't played this, definitely check it out. It's a lot of fun. You gotta hit these cards here. But you see, performing beautifully. Boom. KO. And I gotta say, I have not felt any single kind of heating so far. It's just, I haven't felt anything. And so this is where the liquid cooling is going to affect. Let's play one last one here, real quick here. Let's cut through this stuff real quick. Alright, a bit more gaming here in Tekken. Now I'm Kazuya, my man Kazuya. And I'm definitely not great at this game. I'm sure any of you guys out there could probably whoop my butt in this game pretty easily. But it's okay, it's okay. Let's do one of these power hits there. There you go. And overall, dual speakers. You hear it there, though. When you mute this one, it's coming out, but it's much quieter on the through this speaker here than on this one here. Boom, KO. So that's Tekken Mobile on the Poco F1. An awesome experience. An awesome experience indeed. And now let's jump right into GFX PUBG tool here. So I'm going to just make sure that everything is right here. I'm going to just double check that the resolution is at full HD. We're doing HDR. Now this thing hasn't worked for me sometimes in the past. It may be just because I hadn't set up the game properly originally, but let's see if this works this time. Let's go back. Let's run the game now. So let's run the game now with these settings with the PUBG GFX tool here, PUBG GFX tool, and let's double check right before we get started here. And so just to show you there, guys, even before I've gotten to the settings app, the setting of graphics here, it is recommending high specs for this phone right here. So let's kind of have a look here. Just don't make sure that this is all set up right. That's right, HDR Ultra, and we're going to put on enabling anti-aliasing here, and we're going to disable auto adjust graphics. So that is pretty much it right here. So let's get started. Let's see how fast it takes to get into the game here on the Poco F1. This is exciting, guys. This is my first time playing, actually. I downloaded the game earlier, but this is the first time playing with extreme settings here on the Poco F1. All right, so we're in. So let's run around here and just kind of see what the experience is like. Now, there's a little bit of a kick up there in the beginning, but other than that, and I'm definitely running around here, so I'll be curious to see, you know, how the gameplay is and whether it is able to hang with the Mi 8 and kind of with the other games that with the other Snapdragon 845 phones that I've tested PUBG on. I think overall so far, yeah, I did notice there were some kind of slight stutters there, but remember, this is on extreme settings. We're testing the liquid cooling here, and it is getting a little warm, and so just a little bit though. We're here at the jump, so let's kind of raise the volume here and get the experience of PUBG on the Poco F1. And like I mentioned again, the sound is very imbalanced. That's a little bit of a bummer, but not a deal breaker at all, that you have sound coming out of the side, but it's a lot quieter overall right here. So, gonna look around here. Looking around, you see it is handling this beautifully. Now we're into the proper game here. It's gonna fly in real quick, and we're gonna cut to once I get to the ground here, right here in PUBG Mobile. Now there was one question from the display kind of section that I forgot to answer there, so I'm gonna go ahead and answer while I'm parachuting down now. Is what type of Gorilla Glass is this, and you know what's the deal without the oleophobic coating? Well, this is apparently Gorilla Glass 3. That's what I've kind of heard from a few numerous sources there. So it is definitely an older version of Gorilla Glass, but no oleophobic coating. What does that mean? That means that it will get a bit more smudged, the phone, kind of the screen will. But you know what? In my overall use, in the first 48 hours, I have not noticed an issue with that at all. And I always carry a little chamois with me around, so yeah, I haven't had an issue with that. So here we are now. We are in the game. We are now doing, this is extreme settings here. So I'm just going to kind of let it run here and let you guys have a look and see what the experience is like on Poco F1. Let's go get some stuff in here. So this game is performing admirably so far on this phone. I got the stuff, and I should probably grab some let's grab something here. I don't need ammo. I'm not going to play for very long here, guys, but just showing you guys what the experience is like. Hope someone can shoot on me so you can hear what that sounds like here. Max volume settings on the Poco F1 right here. Well, let me shoot some rounds here. Oh boy! Woohoo! Well, that kind of scared me too right there. So let's lower the volume a little bit there, and you can see it is very responsive. I mean, man, like, for the price, Snapdragon 845, gosh, could you ask for anything more? Like, I mean, this is just incredible. Now, you do notice there, right there in the corner, there is some kind of clipping going on there because this phone does have such a prominent corner there. And I've noticed that on some of the other apps I've tested this on. So is that going to be the case all the time with Pocophone, that some apps are cut off? I've noticed it in Spotify and a few other apps. Perhaps it may be an issue and maybe something they need to address in software, maybe by kind of bringing in the edge there on some of these apps. But you know what? I'd rather have the full screen effect here than anything else. But I don't think that's a deal breaker to have kind of the sharp corner and the curved corner. It may be for some of you. You guys may say, that's ugly. I don't want to deal with this anymore. Well, you're lost, man, because honestly, I don't think it's that big a deal, and I think it looks awesome. So that's kind of PUBG right here on the Poco F1. And I'll be doing a full gaming review and comparison between the Honor Play or the Honor Note 10. I haven't decided which one I'll be doing that on, but stay tuned for that as well. So that's the end of this epic FAQ video, guys. Thanks for sticking to the end. Like I said, I'll have time codes for this video so you can hop on to various sections, whichever one you're interested in. But man, my final thoughts on this phone, 48 hours in, what an incredible experience the Pocophone has been. I just have to keep reminding myself that I spent around 2,500 Hong Kong dollars, And anyone getting this version of the phone will be spending even less, I think $2,200. So basically around $300 US for the 64 GB variant. Now, you guys who were asking the question in the comment section there, oh, like the price is higher in my area, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's because, at least in Hong Kong, I saw that they are selling now today officially at 2,700 Hong Kong dollars. That's for the 128 gig version. Remember, that 300 price point was for this version right here. That's the one a lot of you guys in India will probably be getting, the 64 GB version. But you know, I really appreciated all your support, guys, when I got this phone. And I think a lot of comments were saying that so many of these other tech reviewers, they got phones sent to them directly. I bought this with my own money here, guys. I put my own effort to get this phone right here. I didn't do anything else. I'm not paid by anyone, okay? And if you insinuate that I'm paid by Xiaomi, well, you know what? I got a middle one right here for you. Anyone who says that, you guys can go to hell. But for anyone else, guys, I tell you, it has been an honor really getting this phone for you guys and sharing my experiences of the version that most of you will be getting. That is right here. That is the retail version, and that is the 64 GB version in graphite black, not blue, graphite black right here. That is the version that I got. That is the version I've been testing. And you guys have been asking, what happened to the giveaway, Frankie? What happened to that Asus Zenfone Max giveaway? Well, I have good news and bad news. Let's start with the bad news. The bad news is I got rid of the Asus Zenfone Max Pro. I got rid of it. I used it for a day or two. I saw the views. I saw the reaction from you guys on my website. I didn't like it. And you know what? I was like, why am I going to buy a phone and give away a phone that no one is interested in even getting? No one cares. And it's too bad, but that phone is gone. So that's the bad news. But the good news is the giveaway is still happening. And I'm just going to say this right now, guys. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, definitely subscribe. I don't know if I can be any clearer than that, but there will be another phone taking the place of that Asus Zenfone Max Pro in this giveaway. And I think you know what I'm talking about. I think you know, but if you don't, definitely subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned because I'll have some more details on that coming up very soon. That's it for this video, guys. If you liked the video, give me that thumbs up. And if you love the content from my channel, what I've been doing recently, I really appreciate the support. Definitely subscribe. Subscribe for, you know, all the upcoming videos coming on this Poco F1 here. And for that special announcement I'll be making in a little bit. And, you know, once again, thanks from the bottom of my heart, guys, for watching this channel. It means a lot. I do this for you guys. I do this for the love of tech, for the love of phones, right here on Frankie Tech. This is where I leave you by saying, this is Frankie Tech, signing off. Y'all have a good one.